So one last question before I toss it back to Patty. Before I say that, there's a link, and here's the book. Look for it, and you can get it to the link. And I guess you must be on Amazon, right? It must be available on Amazon.
I'm on Amazon. All good booksellers, and I would also encourage you to patronize your local independent bookseller as well. Yeah, no, the St. Martin's Press people have been great to work with. They've been very supportive. I love the cover and everything about the book. So thanks for the pitch.
Great. Okay, one last lightning round question. So we all don't leave this terribly depressed. Is there any hope? Is there any hopeful note that this could be lessened or changed, or even something about the people of Hong Kong and their resilience?
Yeah. Well, look, short term, as I said, I don't think we've hit bottom yet. I remember I was on an OPC roundtable a year or so ago. I mean, you were involved with that as well. And I remember thinking, wow, you guys think it's going to become just another Chinese city, but we haven't nearly hit bottom. But even I couldn't imagine how far we could keep falling. So short term, I don't think the outlook's very good. I think Hong Kong people are, well, number one, we've never seen an authoritarian regime, last indefinitely. And I don't think the CCP is going to be any exception. Jamie Dimon was probably going out on a limb a little bit when he said that JP Morgan would outlast the Chinese Communist Party. I don't want to comment on that, except to say that nothing lasts forever. I do think that the Hong Kong people have proven remarkably resilient. And there are, many, many small acts of defiance. There's, still more than 7 million people living in Hong Kong, even with the outflow. Most of those people in their hearts, support an open society. And I think some of them are working, some of them are waiting, but I hope that they live long enough to see a different time and a better time. And Hong Kong will never go back to what it was, but there's no reason it couldn't be a remarkable and open city again. I think more broadly, China's actions are waking the rest of the world up to its true nature. And look, I spent more than 3 decades in Asia, 28 years in Hong Kong, working for and believing in engagement. I don't think that I was naive. I was perhaps a little more optimistic than events have proven, but we need to stay engaged, but we also need to make sure that we're not unduly reliant on China. And I think if the pandemic, the combination of the pandemic and China's ability seemingly to create enemies where it had none is, I think, waking the world up. And so I think we're going to hopefully see more of a kind of multilateral effort for open societies to take care of themselves and to defend themselves and their interests in economic, social, political. And I guess that's the best I can hope for a silver lining. It's slow to change. It's like turning an aircraft carrier, and at least we're now starting to turn. But I think there's obviously a long way to go. So thanks very much for your interest, and great to have a lot of old friends on this call as well, and look forward to seeing everybody in person.
Great. Well, thanks, Mark, and thanks for writing this book.